Hey there, it's Ehrenholz here. I just wanted to show you our new cattle handling system that we recently put up. So first off, we're going to look at how the cows used to be handled, and then we'll look at how they are handled now, both from the cow's eye view and from the handler view. So let's get started. This is our old system. We have a few temporary panels that have become more permanent over the years. We have an old wooden fence that's kind of falling down and will be replaced hopefully soon. So the cows would come in here from this larger pen where my sick cow is right now. And they'd come in through the gate and we'd walk them down. And of course this is very wide, as you can see. And so the cows would like to turn around and we'd get very frustrated. And we'd walk them down, and here it gets narrower. Some of them would come up here against the scale and turn around. Others would keep going. We'd get very frustrated. And then we'd come to this crossroads here where we could either send them down here to the squeeze chute, which does not have a neck extender, and the cows didn't really like it. It's old and squeaky, and I won't subject you to the noise that it makes. Or we could swing this gate maybe over and send them down the loading chute where we'd back our trailer up. And of course they'd like to back up, and oh yes, the dogs would love to come in between the cracks here and nip at their feet, which was so not helpful. That's our old system. So this is our new cattle handling system from Hi-Hog. I'll just point out a few fun features. The cows will come up through to the crowd tub here. This is the crowd tub. They step on in, and as they go, this gate closes behind them. So we are the cows. Be the cow. Oh dear. Yes, we have to fix this one part that gets stuck. If I can. Alright, so you see these grooves here. The one part of the door at the back is spring-loaded, so the door can push us up as cows without the handlers having to be inside. But if we push back, I can't move that. And no cow can either. Alright, so remember, you are the cow. We're just going to walk along, and as we walk, the gate will be pushing us up. We're walking on this lovely eco-raster eco-grid made in Germany with sand underneath it. It keeps the cows from sinking down and creating a muddy mess, which is awesome. And as you can see, the sides here are nice and solid. The dogs can't nip through, cows can't jump over. It's great. Alright, so the gate pushes us all the way up to here. There's not very much room. If you were a cow, there'd be like 2 of you in here. Now here we have a choice. We can either go out these gates here, which would go to our loading area and are easily opened with these pins, or we'd go through the rolling door, which I will show you later. These gates here, there are 2 of them. One for loading and one for if we have to get something out, I don't know. Or if someone has to come in, which isn't really recommended with cows. So we just pull this, let ourselves out. Not that the cows would do that. Okay, so here we have the rolling door. I know it looks like a lot of metal and rope right now. It's hard to make sense of it. But to close it, we pull on this handle, which would be lower, but it's closed now. If it was open, it would be lower. And to open it, we pull on this handle, except that it locks when it's closed, so you have to pull both handles at once. So I'll just put this down, or somehow. There you go. You can see it. It's open now. And then we close it, or open it again. Alright, back to the cow's eye view. The last time you saw it, there was this rolling door right in front of here, and we just opened it. So then we entered the S alley. Cows like to go in slightly circular motions, so the alley is sort of curved but not too curved, so that the cows don't lose their friends ahead of them and freak out. Again, we have the very nice eco raster grid. Once we come through the alley, we get to the palpation cage. That's mainly a vet thing. It has gates on either side for humans to use. We're just going to look at some features that the alleyway has from a handler's perspective. We have the walkway which we can step up on and look at the cows this way, which is helpful if we have to wave them through or something. It's for moving cattle, there's a technique where you walk past them and they go the opposite direction. That's very helpful. And then the alleyway, if you don't want calves turning around because it's kind of wide, you can adjust that. So we'll take a look. Okay, so if you don't want your alley to be too wide because the calves will turn around and go back on you, you can make the width less. You can adjust that. And we have 3 of these. And it takes a bit of effort. I don't know if I can do it here. I'm kind of weak. But we'll try it. You just lift it up. And the alley moves. Or push it back down. The alley comes back out. I know it's kind of hard to see. So our palpation gate, that's for if we have a cow in the chute here and the vet needs to get towards the back of the cow. They can go in the gate, which opens just like the other ones in either direction. Alright, now in the chute we have this back gate here that keeps the cow from backing up, but obviously you don't want that closed before the cow is in there because they have to come in to open the gate. You just pull this string and pull until it's way up there. There we go. Okay, back to cow's eye view. Remember there was this gate up here, was down here, so we couldn't get into the chute, but now we can. So we transitioned from our awesome eco grid to the floor of the chute, which is also pretty awesome. It's nice and non-slip with these bars here, which is always helpful. So we enter, and this gate comes down, which I'm not going to close right now because I want to get out of the chute. And we come up and get our head locked in the head gate here, which I'll show you how that works in a minute. Then we stand here and let the vet or the farmer take care of us, and then they let us out of the chute. And we go merrily on our way. Right, so we're going to talk about the head gate of the squeeze first. There are a few different things the head gate has to do. It has to catch the head. As you can see, this line goes almost straight down to the ground. A lot of them will V in like this, which has been found to be very dangerous. If a cow goes down, that'll block off some veins or arteries to her head. I should really remember this. I just graduated. And then the cow dies very quickly. So they're starting to make them straight down like this, which is very handy dandy. We have this new thing that they have. It's called the neck extender. So normally you would just see this part of the head gate, but now they have these extra bars. They go like so, approximately. We don't have this hooked up right now, but it goes something like that. You can see this extra bar here. And what this does is, instead of the head getting caught here, the head gets caught here and the shoulders are back here, which leaves the neck wide open to injections if the cow is sick. Whatever we have to treat them with, we can. And so these bars are on both sides. You can see there's one here, and the head comes right in here. So that's the head gate. Oh yes, to get them in, we pull on this handle and this handle at the same time in different directions. It's very fun, very difficult. There, you can see this this moved back in now, so the cow has room to bring her head in, and as she does, she will force this closed. You heard that? It's locked now. She can't move. She is stuck between here and here. And if we want to tighten her up, squeeze it, which is why this is called squeeze, we pull on this handle up here, and that brings us together. We don't squeeze cows to hurt them, we squeeze them to hold them still so that they can't move and hurt themselves or us. We can bring these down to get at any areas of the body that we need to take care of. We can also open up these to get at the feet if necessary. And should there be a tragic event and the cow is too sick and we can't treat her and she dies in the chute, which is always awful, we can unlock this up here, open up the entire side here all the way, and get the cow out. Makes it much less traumatic for everyone. And then we lock it up here. So it kind of locks on here for safety. Now when you're done with the cow, it's very easy. You just let her out. Again, this handle and this handle, opposite directions, but not the same way that you opened it. It gets a bit complicated. So we'll pull on them. And then this opens right up. You can see that looks totally different, and the cow just comes right on out. Alright, so there's one thing I almost forgot to mention. Cows are very sensitive to noise. This is a fairly quiet system. I know you heard a lot of banging and clanging. You really can't get rid of that with metal systems, and most systems are metal because it's the best to maintain. But this one doesn't squeak. We have so many squeaky gates, but this doesn't squeak because of this little thing right here. You can grease it. Let me get close up. You can grease it. These things are all over. There's one up here with grease coming out. One there. One down there. This is all just the head gate. One there. And this is in the whole system, and you can grease it and it will not squeak as much. So here's our old squeeze. I don't even know what kind of squeeze this is. It has some wood on it. It's very rusty. It's very squeaky. Even this little minor lever, that's pretty terrible. I don't even know if we can use this squeeze part. If it goes together, I'm pretty sure that part's rusted. I'm not sure. My dad would know. We don't ever use the squeeze part of it though. Anyways, but it does have these parts that you can pull down. I just found that out right now. That's cool. But you can't get at the feet at all. As you can see, it's all grown in. The floor is wooden, so it would eventually rot. And you can see the mud that is the alleyway. That proves to be a problem. Mainly it's a nuisance for the cows, but for us, if we have to get in there, which we do at times, if we're handling the cows, we push them up. In this system, we just come behind them. So we'd come back here, facing this way. I just got mud in my shoe, that's lovely. We'd come behind them. There's a cow right in front of me. It's several hundred pounds heavier than me and about as tall as me, because I'm not very tall. And we'd be pushing them up. Sometimes we'd have a fence post going across here just to keep ourselves safe. It'd be locked in here. But if a cow backs up and I get stuck in the mud, there's no way out unless I go over. But if I go over the fence, well, I can't do that if I'm stuck in the mud or if I slip. So the new system is much safer for us because we never have to come in this part right here.